You ever get the feeling your cat has rules for you, but nobody ever told you what they are? Like you live in the same house, you buy the food, you clean the litter box, and somehow you're still the one doing things wrong. That's because cats actually do have rules. Quiet ones. Unspoken ones. And they expect you to follow them every single day. The funny part is, most cat owners break these rules all the time without even realizing it. Your cat isn't going to argue with you or make a scene. They won't bark, they won't complain, they won't show attitude the way a dog might. They'll just slowly lose trust, little by little, until one day you notice they don't sit with you the same way anymore. They don't greet you at the door like they used to. They don't sleep next to you as often. And you're left wondering what changed, even though the answer was in those small everyday moments you never thought twice about. One of the biggest mistakes almost every cat owner makes starts with something that feels completely normal, staring into your cat's eyes. You see those big eyes looking at you and you think you're sharing a sweet moment, so you hold the stare a little longer. In your mind, that's affection. In your cat's mind, that's pressure. In the animal world, a long direct stare isn't friendly, it's a challenge. When cats lock eyes in the wild, it usually means one of them is about to back off or a fight is about to start. So when you look straight at your cat and keep staring, their instincts kick in without them even thinking about it. That's why they blink, look away, or turn their head like they suddenly got distracted. They're not bored, they're trying to calm the situation down. Cats actually trust people more when those people look relaxed, blink slowly, and don't stare too hard. If you ever want your cat to feel safe around you, the best thing you can do is look at them softly, give a slow blink, and then look away like everything is cool. That's the closest thing to saying I love you in cat language. Another rule people break all the time happens when their cat jumps on their lap and starts purring. It feels like the perfect moment, so you keep petting and petting because you don't want it to end. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, your cat grabs your hand or gives you a quick bite, and you sit there confused thinking you didn't do anything wrong. But from your cat's point of view, you missed all the signs. Cats have a limit when it comes to touch. At first petting feels good, then it feels like a lot, and after a while it starts to feel irritating. Their nerves get overstimulated, and when that happens, their brain switches from relaxed to defensive in a split second. The crazy part is they always warn you before the bite comes. Their tail starts flicking, their ears turn slightly back, their body stiffens, sometimes the skin on their back ripples. Most people don't notice because the moment feels too cute to stop. But cats respect people who know when enough is enough. If you keep your petting short and let the cat decide when to come back for more, they trust you more, not less. Then there's the mistake that seems harmless but bothers cats more than people realize, moving their favorite spot. Every cat has that one place they love. Maybe it's a blanket on the couch, a chair by the window, or even an old box you were about to throw away. To you it's just furniture, but to your cat it's part of their territory. Cats build their world around scent and routine. When they sleep somewhere a lot, they leave their smell there, and that smell tells them the place is safe. So when you suddenly move the blanket, rearrange the room, or toss the box in the trash, your cat feels like something important disappeared. They don't understand you were just cleaning or making space. All they know is the place that felt safe is gone. That's why some cats act nervous after you change the room, hide more, or seem restless for no reason. You didn't hurt their feelings, you shook their sense of security. If you ever have to move something they love, doing it slowly makes a huge difference. Cats don't hate change, they hate change that happens too fast. Another rule most people never think about happens during feeding time. A lot of owners like to stand near their cat while they eat, talk to them, or even pet them while they're at the bowl. It feels like you're being loving, but to your cat it can feel stressful. In the wild, eating is when a cat is most vulnerable. Their head is down, their attention is on the food, and their guard isn't as high. That instinct doesn't disappear just because they live in a house. When someone stands too close, talks, or reaches toward them while they're eating, their brain goes into alert mode even if they don't run away. They can't fully relax, and over time that pressure can make them eat too fast, throw up, or walk away from the bowl. In homes with more than one cat, the same thing happens if the bowls are too close together. They feel like someone might take their food, so they rush or get tense. The best thing you can do is simple: put the food down and give them space. Let them eat like nobody is watching. To a cat, that feels safe. One rule that surprises people the most has nothing to do with food or petting. It happens when you come home. Think about what you usually do when you walk in the door. You drop your keys, check your phone, maybe head straight to the kitchen. Meanwhile your cat is sitting there watching you. When a cat comes to the door, looks at you, or walks up with their tail up, that's not random. That's their way of greeting you. Cats have social rituals just like people do, and they expect a response. When you ignore them, they don't get mad, they just notice. And if it keeps happening, they stop greeting you as much. Not because they don't care, but because they learned you don't do that part. The fix is easy. When you walk in, look at them, say something soft, maybe give a slow blink or a quick pet. It takes a few seconds, but to your cat it means you notice them, and that matters more than most owners realize. The last rule is the one that tells the truth about everything else, and it's something people don't usually think about. Where your cat sleeps at night. Cats only sleep deeply where they feel safe, and they're most vulnerable when they are asleep. If your cat curls up on your chest, next to your face, or pressed against your body, that's complete trust. They're choosing to be defenseless right next to you. If they sleep at the foot of the bed, they trust you, but they like having a little distance and an easy escape. And if they sleep in another room most of the time, it doesn't mean they don't love you, but it can mean something in your daily routine makes them unsure. Sometimes it's the staring, sometimes it's petting too long, sometimes it's moving their space, or bothering them while they eat, or ignoring them when they greet you. Cats don't hold grudges the way people do. They just change how close they feel comfortable being. The good thing is nothing is permanent with them. Every day is another chance to follow the rules they've been quietly hoping you would understand, and once they realize you finally get it, that's when they start choosing to be close to you again, not because they have to, but because they want to.